What's up, y'all? It's your girl QueensteezTV and I am back. Length check for the mad girls in the comments. Purr. So I am back with another video, y'all, and as you can see from the title, y'all, this lady, miss, don't play with me. So y'all, I'm getting ready to tell you the story of when I had to get this lady together at my job back when I was a teenager. So y'all, this was prompted because my niece came to me telling me about these people at her job that, you know, is playing with her. And I was like, you know what? I said, niece, people gonna hate on you wherever you go, especially when you young, you pretty, you know, and you just about your business. Like, so I had to, you know, tell her, like, you know, that happened to your aunt before, but I'm gonna tell y'all how I had to handle this. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also drop a like. Y'all be watching the videos but y'all never like the videos. Like, that helps the channel. That helps me to keep doing what I'm doing. So if you want the stories to keep coming, drop a like, okay? So now that we got that out the way, meet me in the video, okay? So before I even start the video, like, I definitely want to make this clear. If you're an adult, and I mean like 18 and over, and you take pride on picking on children in the workplace, especially teenagers or kids that's in school that only work on the weekends, like, you're lame as hell. You get no brownie points for that. So yeah, grow up. So like I was saying in the beginning of the video, my niece came to me basically telling me that these adults, clowns, at her job had been picking on her or whatever. So I was like, listen, niece, I used to go through the same things when I was younger until, you know, you nip it in the bud. But you nip it in the bud professionally. So I just, you know, gave her a little advice on what to do. So I told her what happened to me. So of course, this occurred back when I was in high school, and I worked at like the majority of the United States' first job, which was McDonald's. So we can only imagine what that was giving. Like, that was the worst job I ever had. I didn't last at McDonald's very long. I'm gonna say I was there for maybe like 6 to 9 months because I literally just could not take it. Like, I was just trying to get me some money, you know, to help with prom, you know, because I didn't want my mom to have to shell out all that money. So if I could have at least got my nails or hair done, something done myself, I wanted to save up for prom to help my mom out, right? So I was like, okay, let me go work at McDonald's, because everybody in high school was working at McDonald's and they was saying how much money they was getting, which granted for a teenager, little stuff like that, it can be a nice little income, right? So let me tell y'all what happened. Okay, so I guess if anybody could classify me, I would be classified as like a tomboy. So I always had nails and all that stuff, but like I just dressed really lax, like something like this. I'll put this on, this shirt with like some cargo like shorts if it was hot, or cargo pants, and some Jordans with my nails and hair done, makeup, all that stuff, and be done with it. Like, that's always been my style. That's always been my steez, okay? So of course, when I first started McDonald's, the first thing that they start you out on is fries, right? So after they teach you how to work fries, I think you go like drive through. Mostly they put the boys on the grill, or you could be a cashier on what they call the front line. Wash and sanitize front line. If you ever worked at McDonald's, then you know what that means. All right, so as soon as I started, they put me on fries. So when I like initially got to this job, like, I don't know, they was giving me weird vibes. Every job I go to, people be just like acting funny for no reason, and then they be like, oh, you're cool, and da-da-da-da. I be like, man, whatever. I be getting sick of that. So I go to the job, they put me on fries. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how do this stuff work? If you've never worked at McDonald's, like, McDonald's is like pretty high tech. So this is from what I can remember, because this was a long time ago. Like, I've been out of school, I've been out of undergrad, I've been out of grad school. So this was a while ago. From what I can remember, the fry baskets was on this like contraption thing where you would hit that you needed fries, so the basket would come down like, The basket would go under this little thing. It would dispense the fries, and all you had to do was take the basket, drop the fries in, hit the button, and it would let you know when the french fries was done, right? So nobody helped me. They was just like, all right, you want fries? So I'm like, okay, what I need to do? So they like hit the thing, drop the fries. Basically, that's all you need to do. So y'all, I work at like a very hood McDonald's. So during certain times of the day, it would be like really crowded, like to where you had to keep the fries dropping, keep the fries going. So I'm trying to figure out how to do the fries. So I'm over there by myself, y'all. So I'm like, okay, I'm dropping the fries as much as I can do. So when you on fries, mind you, you're making fries for the people that's in McDonald's as well as the people coming through the drive-thru. So I guess the french fries are like pre-measured. Y'all, I really do not know, because McDonald's was not doing it for me. So I'm sitting there dropping the fries, you know, draining the grease. I'm flipping them in. So y'all, I didn't know because nobody told me, because they left me over on french fries by myself. So McDonald's has a little salt shaker. I'm thinking it's a regular salt shaker, so I'm just like shaking the salt all over it, right? I didn't know at McDonald's it's already pre-measured how much salt and stuff is supposed to go on the french fries. So I didn't know with this contraption, you just supposed to turn it over. The thing dispenses the salt, and that's it. So I was just shaking, y'all. I was just shaking. If you was there back when I was on fries, I apologize, because I probably salted you down, because I didn't know. So y'all, I'm just salting. So the manager comes over there, and I'm gonna call her Miss Darlene, because I cannot stand her and her dentures. Darlene the denture lady. So she come over there being all smart, like, that is not how you do it. I was like, okay. I said, well, nobody ever showed me how to do it, so can you show me, like, what am I supposed to do? All y'all said was drop the fries in the grease, and that's it. So she like, well, show me what you over here doing. So I'm like putting the fries in the thing, salting them, and you know, listen, I'm not stingy. When I say everything in McDonald's is pre-measured, like it's pre-measured down to how much french fries you're supposed to put in the thing. So I was just taking the little scoop. If you got a small fry, your small fry was full, because I was just taking it and filling it up. She's like grabbing the fries and throwing them back in there. Like, you putting too much in there. You only supposed to put 12 french fries. Girl, skinny is McDonald's fries. I'm not counting no french fries. So whatever come up, when I scoop, whatever come up in this thing is going in this container, and that's the french fries you're gonna get. So y'all, she's sitting here trying to fuss. I'm like, my first thing is, number one, nobody ever trained me on the practices of McDonald's and how you guys do things. So for you to expect me to know, like, that's number one. So y'all, I was on fries for a little while. So I was like, look, I ain't feeling the fries. And I also felt like every time I got my nails done, yo, there was some haters at this job. Every time I get my nails, they'd be like, oh, your nails so cute, let me see them. They'd be like, yeah, get on fries. So y'all, this was back in the day before gel nails and all this stuff. So I had regular paint on my nails. And yeah, I used to wear gloves, of course, making the french fries. But it used to chip the paint on my nails, and I used to be pissed when I used to come straight from the nail salon and they used to be like, oh, your nails done. I'm like, yeah, look at them. And that's back when junk nails was popular. So if y'all don't know what junk nails is, that's when they put like all the rhinestones, pearls all on your nails. So I would have them all on my nails, and they would always put me on fries. My rhinestones be popping off and all that. I was not feeling the french fry lady, being a french fry lady. So I was like, look, can y'all train me on something else? I was like, can I be at the front bagging the orders? Like, me and the french fries is not working out. So if y'all don't know, McDonald's have like different crew members. You got like the store manager, the like managers, which are like the adult managers. Then you got like the teenage managers. It be too much managers. It's too many shirts, blue shirts, white shirts. It's all different color shirts. And then the crew had on polo shirts. It was a whole lot going on there, right? So I'm like, can y'all please train me on something else? Well, y'all, they put me in the drive-thru. please put me back with French fries. I couldn't get the concept of how to work the drive-through. And it was simply because you had somebody at the front was like taking orders, but in the morning time, the second window was taking the orders. It was too much going on, and then with the headset, then these people yelling at you, like, it was just so chaotic. Now, listen, I understand how to do things if someone properly shows me how to do it. If you show me how to do something, you know, I might ask you to watch me once, twice, but after that, pretty much, I have it. I don't need no supervision. But these people didn't believe in actually training you. They just, like, threw you at the drive-thru. So I'm sitting here trying to ask them questions like, okay, how do you take the orders? I'm like, this is my very first job other than working, like, summer jobs through this program we got here. I was like, okay, this is my first job. No, I don't know nothing about McDonald's. I don't know how to type in these orders. I don't, like, show me. So they throw me in the drive-thru. So I'm trying to be on the headset, listening to what's going on. These people yelling at me, like, hurry up, serve the orders up, take this. So y'all, me and taking orders at the first window was not working out. So they was like, damn, just put it in the second window. They was like, can you handle orders out the window? I was like, if y'all tell me how, okay. So listen, the person at the second window, you're handing the orders out, but you're also making the drinks. So and you also watching the screen. So the screen is letting you know what order they got. However, it don't tell you what type of car the person in. It don't tell you nothing. All you see is the order. 1 Happy Meal, 2 cheeseburgers, and the next one might be a coffee and a bagel. That's all you see, right? So I'm trying to figure out, because again, no one told me what are the orders, like what order they come on the screen, how you pass the stuff out the window. So then it's like a little table there. They got a number 1, number 2. So the person that's bagging, they're bagging orders for the restaurant as well as the drive-thru, right? So they're just throwing stuff. And then you got the fry person who they throwing French fries in their bag. So I'm like, is the bag done? Or you pick up the bag to give it to them. They like, I'm not done. I ain't put this in yet. So okay, I'm like, okay, well, what's the concept? How do I know when y'all are done putting the food in there? How do I know the order to pass out? Like, literally, I was just on my own, right? So y'all, after a while, nobody wanted to help me. I was just passing the bags out the window. Boop, there you go. People was like, oh, I only got a tea. Well, you got a sausage, egg, cheese, McMuffin meal. Here you go. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Nobody wanted to show me. So I was like, okay, whatever. You put the stuff 1, 2, whatever. When 1 call pull up, bam, that's what you get. When the second call pull up, number 2, that's what you get. And then, you know, people was like, oh, no, this not my order. And da da da. So they got mad at me messing up the order. So I'm like, again, are y'all going to show me how to properly work McDonald's? So after that, I was like, you know what? This probably like a few weeks had passed. I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna quit. I was like, because I'm definitely not made for McDonald's. I was like, I'm gonna go to see a Foot Locker or something this hiring. Like, that's more my speed, like a mall job. But like sweating in here in McDonald's around these fryers and these greasy floors and the no slip shoes, I don't have time for that. I was like, I think I'm gonna quit. So y'all, the store manager, she was so sweet. I think her name was Miss Yvonne. So I was like, well, look, she was like, please don't quit, because she heard me in the back. I was telling them, I was like, yo, I don't think y'all will see me no more, because I am done with McDonald's. Like, I cannot do it. So y'all, the store manager comes to me and she was like, look, she was like, don't quit. She was like, it ain't that deep. She was like, you know, we gonna figure something out. She was like, because I really like you. You're a good person. You're a good student. She was like, I don't want you to quit. She was like, you can do it. Like, you know, McDonald's is, you know, a really promising place to work, which I didn't know, because I couldn't understand why some people make a career out of McDonald's. But they do send you places. I think it's called Hamburger University and stuff and all that stuff. I don't know. I ain't never make it to Hamburger University. I wasn't trying to make it to Hamburger University. I was literally just trying to help my mama out for prom. That was it. Okay. So she's like, listen, she said, I'm gonna put you on the front line. She said, can you handle the front line? I was like, well, what I gotta do on the front line? She like, you just won't be doing the cash register at the front. I said, oh yeah, front line, I could do front line. I said, that ain't nothing. Like, of course. So she like, okay, go home. When you come back, you're on front line. So yo, that was my permanent workstation. Was the front line. They knew, I don't care if they were short. Don't ask me to do drive-through. Don't ask me to do drinks. I'm not doing nothing. I'm standing here serving the customers on the front line. So when I return, of course, I'm on the front line. I'm working it. And McDonald's always changed their system of how they do things. Before, it used to be like you order, they hand you your food, hand you your cup, and all that stuff, and you go. So I don't know how things are now. Things are always ever changing at McDonald's. But anyway, y'all, I'm working the front line. I'm making sure my customers are straight. And I didn't realize until I worked there, y'all, McDonald's is a really, really, really busy place. Like on the weekends when I used to work like 12 hours, I think I used to do like 8 to 12 on the weekend because I wouldn't come back. Y'all, my feet would be killing me. Like, yo, standing on your feet all day, even though you just sitting there like taking orders to getting money, like it is a lot. So y'all, being that I'm a friendly face, and you know that was my permanent workstation, I started getting my, you know, regular customers that would come in every weekend and be like, oh hey, how you doing, honey? Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? And they would come in, they would sit in and eat all this stuff, right? So my drawer used to be crazy. So they would always have to come drop my drawer a couple times a day, you know, because when you give good customer service, the customers, they want to get in your line. I'm like, it's 3 other registers up here, let them take your order. But no, they used to wait in my line. They used to want to see me, right? So they like, you work in front line, you work in the front line. Yes, I am. Wash and sanitize front line. So y'all, I was the queen of front line. Everything was going good for a couple months. So we get this new set of managers that come in. So the store manager was the same, and then I think Miss Darlene was still there, but some of the other managers that were there had like went to other stores. So the store that I worked at was like privately owned, and then that lady owned like 4 stores like in the immediate Baltimore area. So she was, I guess she was just switching her managers from one store to another store, right? So we get this manager there named Shamur. I'm gonna call her Shamur. So Shamur was this little, like, I guess she looked Indian looking to me. I don't know. But when Shamur came, I just was not feeling her. Because my thing used to be, you know, on the weekend, for real, your shift is just teenagers. She would be, and when I say I worked at a hood McDonald's, she would be outside, like in a car with dudes from on the block, like doing all type of stuff. And it was like, Shamur, you know you not from around here, so like, girl. So I just didn't like the way she ran her shift, because she was just too much into everything else and not into what she needed to be into, right? So time go by, I never had any issues at no time about nothing, okay? All my drops would be good. Every time I cashed out would be good. Everything, always. I don't play with money. One thing I do know how to, well, 3 things I know how to do is read, write, and I know arithmetic, okay? Read, write, and arithmetic, I know all 3 very well, okay? So one day it got real busy, so I wanted to go on break. So let me tell you how I operate. One thing my mom taught me when going into any type of retail, when you get off of your drawer, don't let nobody ring on your drawer. Make them count it down. So all the time before, when I would leave, either they would lock my register down or they would count it down. And then when I got back, I would start with a brand new till. And I don't remember at McDonald's, I don't remember if they started with $66 in there or $89. I don't know. It's been a long time. It might be different now. But I would make them give me a fresh drawer. So this time I'm going on break. She's the manager on duty. I'm like, count my drawer down. So she like, well, you just going on a break? You only going for 30 minutes? I'm going to ring on your drawer. I was like, no, I don't let nobody ring on my drawer. I was like, no, don't ring on my drawer. I don't know you like that. And even if I didn't know you like that, like, no, count my drawer down. So she was like, all right, don't worry about it. I'ma lock it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go in the back. I'm eating my little whatever, McChicken or whatever, because I think McDonald's gonna give you $5. Back then they only gave you $5 to spend. So I'm back there eating my little lunch. So I come back out. She's ringing on my drawer. So I'm like, Shamir, why are you ringing on my drawer? She like, well, it got busy in here, so I had to ring on your drawer. I was like, well, now I want you to count it. Like, now I want you to count it down. So she like, I'm not counting down no drawer until your shift get off and blah, 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 right? So the dudes that she usually be outside hanging with in the car with, I don't know if she used to be smoking. I don't know what she used to be doing. But they was like inside. So she basically told them, was like, hold up, like, I'm coming. So she got this like little devilish smirk on her face. I'm looking like what's up? So she go with them, she leave. So then she calls some of the other like little teens out there, and they laughing, joking, blah 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 blah. So they left me in there, which I didn't care because I didn't like her at that point. So a couple hours passed, so time comes for me to get off. So of course I take my drawer out, so I take it to the back for the manager to count it. So usually it's a manager that sit in the office, so it'd be the store manager sometimes and maybe one of the other crew managers or whatever. So they count the drawer. So while they in there counting the drawer, I stand at the door while they count it. So when they get closer to the end and they tallying the numbers up, after the drawers counted and they tallying the numbers up and they tallying up how many drops I had for the day and all that stuff, usually you just come back, sign off, and you go ahead about your business, you go home, right? So as they're wrapping up doing all that, I'm like, okay, let me go in the back, get my purse so I can sign, and I'm on my way out the door. So Miss Darlene is like, you need to come in the office. So I'm like, okay, what's the hostility? So I come to the office. I'm like, yeah. So the manager, like the store manager, she's like, your drawer short $20. So I was like, my drawer not short $20. I was like, because my drawer has never been short. So I was like, y'all need to go get Shamir. So Miss Darlene put her mouth in it, and she like, what we need to go get Shamir for? She a manager. We know she can count. I said, you know I can count as well. I said, because I've been here for what? Almost 7 months. I said, my drawer has never been short once. I said, so the one time that someone else wrangled my drawer after I asked her not to, and I asked her to count my drawer down, all of a sudden my drawer is short and she keep running outside with them dudes that she with. I said, yeah, you all about to go get Shamir. So she's like, oh, I don't need to do all that. You need to sign this write-up. I said, write-up for what? She was like, because your drawer is short $20. I said, first of all, number one, are you accusing me of taking $20 out of this drawer? I said, because number one, I can count. Number two, $20 can't even get my nails done. I said, so what are you implying? Like, I'm not no junkie. So what I'm going to do with $20? I said, like I said, y'all need to go get Shamir, because she's going to make the $20 appear. If my drawer ain't never been short every single shift, absolutely not. Girl, bye. So Miss Darlene, her stupid self, she goes out front looking for Shamir, but of course she don't know where Shamir done dipped off to. That little crackhead, I don't know where she done dipped off to. So she come back in because of course she couldn't find her, further proving my point. So she's like, you need to sign this write-up and then you could go. I said, oh, well, I'm letting you know right now. I said, I'm not signing the write-up. She was like, so you're not signing the write-up? Correct. I'm not signing the write-up. I said, because number one, I don't agree with this. I said, and number two, you need to get the other person who was ringing on my drawer after I asked her not to, and then she disappeared and $20 disappeared. I said, you really thinking you're right mind that I'm going to sign this write-up? So the store manager was like, can y'all just calm down? And I was like, no, like, one thing, like, you don't accuse me of stealing nothing. So I was like, you know, I said, no, I think the best thing I said would be for Miss Darlene to exit herself, and I'll handle this with you, the store manager. So yo, I told him like, no, I'm not leaving until she comes back and we're gonna get this resolved right then and there. So I was like, okay, I'll wait for whenever she come back, whenever she decides to reappear. So I'm standing back there like in the office doorway. So people come by, they like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I was like, Shamir stole $20 and she done disappeared for 20 minutes and they can't find her and they think I'm getting ready to sign this write up. I said, and I'm not. I will quit today. No, we're not even about to play them type of games. So Shamir finally shows back up. So she come to the back of the office looking all stupid. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, girl, I'm not here for the games. I was like, so it's $20 missing out my drawer. I said, my drawer has never been short. The one day that, you know, my drawer is short, you were ringing on my drawer. After I told you not to, I said, and then you disappeared for 20 minutes. So you go ahead to get in that $20 back. So she like, I don't have no $20. Like, I knew she was lying. So I'm like, okay. I was like, so in my head, I didn't say this all night. In my head, I'm like, okay, one of two things you've had me. You probably even took the $20 out the drawer, thinking that I was an easy little mark. Gave it to one of the boys for weed or whatever. Y'all sitting in y'all car smoking weed, doing whatever. Like, yeah, no, I'm not about to pay nobody no $20. So Miss Darlene comes back in there. She was like, well, you need to go ahead and sign this right up. And then you can go. I was like, I'm not even talking to you, number one. I said, number two, lower your voice when you talking to me, or I'm gonna get my mother to come in here, because girl, I'm not even about to play this with you. This don't have nothing to do with you. So I guess they thought all the managers was getting ready to gang up on me and put some pressure on me, and I was ready, like, girl, like I told her before, what am I gonna do with $20? Don't even insult me that way. Like, don't insult me. So I figured out why Miss Darlene was getting so crunk. So yo, she's getting crunk because the store owner's daughter was there. So yo, I'm sitting back there. I'm going toe to toe with all three of the managers, because I'm like, when my RESPECT and integrity is involved, you're not about to play with me, my respect or my integrity. You're definitely not getting ready to accuse me of nothing. So one of the maintenance boys, I didn't know, had slipped out the back door, and my mom was actually waiting for me to pick me up, because of course I wasn't driving back then. So my mother was on her way in, but like I said, Miss Darlene was getting crunk because the owner's daughter was there. So the owner's daughter, I call her Trisha, like, she thought she was doing something. Like, her whole claim to fame was, my mom owns this store. Like, she was one of them, and it was like, okay. So this was me and her first encounter. So let me tell you how it went. So I'm back here going back and forth with the managers. I'm like, I really don't care. I'm not signing no write-up. So she come prancing back there, girl, with high waters on. You're not even giving you the owner daughter. Like, girl, bye. So she come back there like, what's going on? Because you seem like you don't want your job. Y'all know my head got the turn. Y'all know my head got the turning like the Exorcist. I'm like, because I was, woo, so I turned to her, I said, excuse me. She was like, you're back here like you don't want your job. What's going on? I said, oh, it don't matter to me. It really don't. So she was like, oh, well then you can take that uniform off and you can go head out the door. I said, first of all, this is my uniform. I said, I paid for this when the last owners had it. I said, so I ain't taking nothing off, because nothing I got on belongs to McDonald's. I said, but as I was saying, I'm not even talking to you, so I don't know where you came from. She was like, you must not know who I am. I said, who you are has zero relevance to me. So at that point, the store manager, Miss Yvonne, she was like, come in. She was like, that's the owner daughter. I said, I don't care who it is. Like, number one, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you 1, 2, and 3. So if you want to come in as the 4th person, I got something for you. I can handle all of y'all. I can handle all of y'all. So Miss Yvonne was like, yo, calm down. I was like, no, I'm not calming down. I was like, look, we're not about to do this. So meanwhile, I'm trying to talk to Miss Yvonne to let her know, like, come on now. The very first time that this girl ring on my drawer, the drawer short, How that even makes sense? And I've been working here all this time, never had no discrepancies, and then the day that the money go missing, she's gone for an extended amount of time where y'all can't even find her. So the owner daughter is like, oh, well, she doesn't want to sign the write-up, then we're just going to take it out of her check. Yo, I'm over in the corner trying to work it out with the store manager. But it was her mouth for me. It was her mouth for me. So I turned around. I was like, and I wish y'all would take anything out my check. I said, let something be out my check. I said, and I'm going to come back here and you really going to see what it is, right? Yo, she pissed me off when she said that. So she was like, you can get your stuff. You can just go. You can just go. I was like, first of all, y'all had no authority to do nothing. I said, like I said, if my check is short, y'all going to have some problems. So by this time, my mother's in it. So my mother's like, what's going on? Because she could hit me in the back. So some of the other teenagers, like, they like, Ma, I think you need to, like, step in. So my mother like, yeah, what's going on? So while I'm walking from the back, I'm walking out because I'm getting my stuff. The store owner's daughter is following me. So she's behind me talking like, yeah, because you going to get out of here because I don't know who you think you talking to and da-da-da. Yo, I stopped. I turned around. I said, back out my face. She like, my mother is, I said, I don't care who your mother is. I said, I don't need you following me. Get out my face. I'm leaving out the store. Number one. I said, but number two, you better back up off me. I said, because then I'm going to take it as a threat. You running up on me and you going to get what you want. So my mother getting amped up because she want to know what's going on. My mother's like, what is going on? So I was like, they trying to say that I took $20 out of this drawer. I said, what am I gonna do with $20? So my mother like, my daughter don't got still no $20 from y'all. What happened? So like I told her, I said, I asked her not to wrangle my drawer. She wrangled my drawer. All of a sudden $20 is missing and she gone for an extended amount of time. So mind you, the owner daughter, she still trying to talk. She's like, Mom, because she's this. I was like, girl, don't say nothing to my mother. I said, because you just got in my face talking about take the uniform off and this and that. My mother was like, hold up. She was like, girl, back up. She was like, I think you need to go back where you was at. So Miss Yvonne come out there and she like, no, everybody. She's like, no. She like, Mom, no. I said, no. I said, I'm done with this. I'm never coming back to this job. Like, y'all got me messed up. I'm like, and she's sitting here talking about she gonna take the $20 out of my check. I ain't do nothing to these people. So Miss Yvonne, she like, no. She's like, nobody taking nothing out of check. She's like, everybody please come out. She's like, this is one of my best workers. Like, can't this all just be resolved? No, it cannot be resolved. No. One, your manager's a liar. You can't be trusted. I can never work on a shift with you because you a liar. No. Number two, if this owner daughter gonna be coming in and out of here, that ain't gonna work because she keep running up on me. She gonna get the boo-boop. She gonna get the boo-boops. So I was like, you know what? I said, I think it's best that this is my last day at McDonald's. Like, no. I could not do that no more. So, the lesson. So, I know a lot of my followers are like they're not really teenage, but from like 18 to like 20, 35, somewhere in that range. So, for my younger followers who may just be going to their first job, might be in college and all this stuff. If you get to a workplace and you know people are like treating you funny or not trying to show you how to do stuff, one, you can either, you know, try to learn it yourself. Or if you know that you're better at doing something, just suggest to management, hey, look, this not working out. Can I do this? And see if that works for you. As far as people, you know, lying on you, don't stand for that. That is one thing. Do not lie on me. Do not let anybody jeopardize your integrity at any job for any reason. And always keep your respect. If somebody being disrespectful to you, I'm not saying to disrespect them back. Everything is on a case-by-case basis. Me, I couldn't take no more. I couldn't take no more because they was just doing little stuff. And people can only take so much before they blow up or before they change and all that stuff. And as soon as you do that, then the first thing people say, oh, you acting different. Oh, I never seen you behave like this. Oh, I never said. Okay, well, when they was picking, you weren't addressing it. So now I'm addressing it my way, right? So again, if people doing stuff like that to you, I'm gonna give you the good advice and say, kill them with kindness. If killing them with kindness don't work, kill them with blindness. Act like you don't even see them, because that's gonna get on their nerves even more, especially when people be hating. Number 3, when it comes to adults, like I said, in the workplace, who call themselves having fun picking on children. I'm gonna say children, teenagers, preteens. Like, you a clown. Like, somebody like Miss Darlene, like, I had to get her together because I was like, Miss, you in your 50s working at McDonald's. That's enough said right there. Like, lady, you're pathetic, and you're finding like some type of, I don't know, like joy out of picking with children. Like, when it comes to jobs like that, that's supposed to be your first job. That's your first like work experience where you are, you know, going into the real world, learning skills on how to interact with people. Like, you should be teaching these teenagers and kids how to navigate through life. If you're gonna make a career out of being at McDonald's, you know, for 50 years, 40, 50 years, places like that, then you should take that as something positive. If you're miserable, then go work somewhere else. Nobody told you to work there for 40, 50 years. Nobody told you to do that. And if that's the only thing that you can get with your education, then you might want to be a little bit more pleasant. Because I know if I had to do that and work at McDonald's all that time, or KFC, Popeye, some type of job like that, and I was an elder, or I've been frying chicken or flipping burgers for 30 years, I would make sure that my crew is stacked. I would make sure my crew had the french fries, frying the burgers, flipping the drive-through. They'd be going in and out. We had the best numbers in the whole company because you've been doing it for so long. Why not train your crew up? But people like that is just so miserable. When it comes to dealing with any type of money or cash or anything like that, protect yourself at all costs. If you don't want nobody ringing on your drawer, you have that right as a cashier. Make them count the drawer down. That was my one mistake, because she was just so adamant about like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna lock it for you. She was just trying to get in my drawer. So you have that right. Make them count your drawer down. When you don't feel comfortable, then tell them, okay, no, I don't want to do that today. But like, it's a way to go about stuff. As far as that owner daughter, girl, bye. So y'all, my friend worked there, and why the owner daughter got barred from the stores, from coming to all her mother stores. Girl, you in there acting like you was big money. Girl, bye. Your mother barred you from coming to the stores. Like, people like that, you a clown too. So y'all, that was a story I told my niece. I gave my niece some advice on how to navigate, you know, and just be cool, kill people with kindness, because guess what? The haters are going to hate. That's the message of the day from QueensteezTV. And I hope you guys like this story. And bye. Make sure you like the video and drop me a comment down below. See ya.